Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid, and holy smokes, any day that I am alive after yesterday is good. The day wasn't essentially terrible. Even my blood pressure spiking up as high as it did was bad, but not so bad I was going to blow a blood vessel anywhere in my body. But it was largely my fault. My blood pressure has been largely uncontrolled since the last time I was on Ritalin. And so now that I'm on Ritalin again, as well as the blood pressure med, I thought I'd be okay. But it's 24-hour coverage on the long-term things, like the blood pressure med. But it doesn't hit a steady peak and then stay there for the entire time. It goes up and then it slowly filters downward. So by the time it's 6 o'clock in the evening of a day, there's next to nothing in my system. And so I have to take the meds. So my blood pressure is going up anyway, and then it comes back down because I've taken my BP med. At that point, when I had next to nothing in my system, the Ritalin, was still blasting upwards. And Ritalin spikes my blood pressure. So at a time when I had nothing to control my blood pressure, the medication that spikes my blood pressure was spiking my blood pressure. So yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't, my head was going to explode bad. Your body can take things to a certain degree. It's long term that it does the worst damage. Yeah, if you've got a blood vessel that has a weak spot and you don't know about it, you could blow a blood vessel, and that would suck. But the worst part is making your aorta and all that more brittle. So this morning, I took the long-term, well, I say long-term, but it's long-lasting, so that you take it and it just lasts, so you don't have to take more pills. I took the Ritalin, and I took my blood pressure med. At about 2 hours and some after I had taken them, just before I started recording, I took my blood pressure again. Now my ears are a-ringing, which happens for two reasons. One, just ADHD can make your ears ring. And two, Ritalin makes my ears ring. But I took my blood pressure this morning, and it was 139/70. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Sure, the 139, if you look at 120/80 is what it's supposed to be. That's not great, but the biggest number they look at is the bottom number, because that's your resting blood pressure. Sure, it's not good to have too great of a spike, but if you're lowering excuse me, your blood pressure between heartbeats is low, you're doing good. Again, the wider the number, the greater the pressure inside your head, so you don't want it incredible. But 139/70, that's not bad. And I'm going to take my ADHD stuff tonight, and one of them is an antidepressant and one of them is a blood pressure med, so thumbs up on that. So I have not done much. I got home. Well, I was sad about one thing. One of the people here will do in the community center food for various like holidays and such like that. And Father's Day yesterday did up a whole big thing. And just as he was saying, come eat, I had to head to the ER. So when I got back, it was all put away. Apparently there's still some, so I can go and check on it, but we shall see, we shall see. Thumbs up for that. I have eaten this morning, and that's good. I didn't eat this morning. This morning, you know, happened normally. I'm not a sort of cosmic horror being, but I did eat food this morning, and that is good. And yeah, can hear my ears are ringing loudly, and I got kind of a brittle feeling inside of my head, but my blood pressure is great. And when I say brittle, not like stuff is gonna break, but just a weird feeling. Not a terrible one. I'm not gonna stroke out or anything. Again, my blood pressure is good. But as stated as well, since I spent the day part of yesterday doing what I could, and then I was going to try and record something and started to freak out because of my blood pressure, and then because it was not getting better, took my blood pressure meds, and because it wasn't getting better, that's why I headed down to the hospital. By the time I got back, I was in no condition to be able to do anything further. And today, yeah, I'm more tired. I didn't sleep great last night, but I did sleep at least. Yeah, it was like 1 o'clock before I finally got to bed, asleep in bed. And then I had to get up middle of the night with an utterly full bladder, and then up before 6 o'clock because I wake up for 6 o'clock. Part of it is the long wall of my apartment catches the morning sun, and that side of the building has 2 windows on it. And I am very, very sensitive to things like light and sound, especially when I'm sleeping. So the moment that the light, which I've taped the curtains down on the sides of the windows, but you can't do the top, because even though I got the curtains taped to the wall, the curtains come out from the wall. And so there's this big old gap up at the top where the light shines up, hits the ceiling, and reflects out into the room. 6 o'clock in the morning, it gets bright in here. So I am tired, and I am tired because I bounced out of my body's homogeneous area, which anytime you do that, my sister, whom I talk to, if not every day, at least every couple days. She was having issues with her blood sugar yesterday, and when her blood sugar goes nuts, yeah, she is just no good the next day. So, yay. So I'm going to try and do some recording of some various things, do my very, very best, head to the hospital, try to, call and try to make an appointment for my doctor for a follow-up. Good God, so then I can't talk. For a follow-up on all this so we can discuss my blood pressure and the medication. Because he does part of my meds, my med manager does the other part of my meds, so he's not really in the middle on some of these things, and I think I need to talk with him about some of these things, because, yeah. So I'm going to do my very best to do things today. Hopefully you will do your very best to do things today. If you can't, do not beat yourself up. I'm going to try and be as creative as possible, take advantage of any amount of being able to think and remember that I can, to be as creative as possible. Especially, again, I really like my solo RPG setting, so I'm going to be continuing to think about that, as well as doing my best to try and remember as much as I can on my inside-outside Razor's Edge setting, because I don't want that to go away. And since not being able to take anything, it's being harder and harder and harder to hang on to it. So, yay on that. But, yeah, so hopefully you will do well. Thumbs up for that. If you are a Patreon patron, thumbs up and thank you. It is appreciated to no end. I go from a badly hurting monkey to just a hurting monkey, and that is appreciated to no end. If I could, I would put your names up here, and as soon as I try to get level, and as soon as I can, I will do so again. If I had the spoons, I'd even, and who knows, maybe I will, because I am taking the meds, so maybe I do have the spoons for this. But if I do have the spoons, then right here, I will insert my reading out 10 names for the Patreon list. Hopefully I have those spoons, otherwise I just froze in place for no good reason at all. And hey, if you left me a comment, thumbs up, and thank you. I answer as many as I can, which, especially since I was in the ER last night, is not as many as I would like. But each one that is left is appreciated. Thumbs up, thank you. Without all you people out there, I would be an even lonelier old guy. So thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. Yay. So yeah, those are my plans for the day. I'm going to first turn my air conditioner back on because it gets hot in here. And then I'm going to do rendering, editing, and all that, as well as continuing to monitor my blood pressure throughout the day. So thumbs up. Anyway, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Life is just so much fun. Better than the alternative, but oi, oi, oi.